when I see you again.
Greg, okay, the podcast's back. I get it. You know, we took a week off. You didn't have to sing "See You Again." We're back. We didn't die like, a couple months ago. We're back. It's not that emotional. All right? Welcome back to the 9th Minute Podcast. And yeah, we took a little bit of a week off. I don't know. No one was available last week, which I was kind of sad because I wanted them to do a podcast, but no one was available, and neither was I. So
No one was free Friday.
No.
When we usually do our recordings.
But now we're recording on Saturday, so maybe we're realizing, oh, wait, we have some days to work with.
I don't think anyone was free Saturday.
Oh, no,
I think that was the issue.
so. Yeah. So, anyways.
I mean, ideally, we have 3 people here, which is
Good.
the minimum goal.
Yes, I'm happy with you two. You guys are calm and collective and not chaos. Like,
Of course, I'm Lucas.
Yeah.
Was.
yeah, and we've got Greg here.
Hi.
Yeah. So if you're listening to the audio apps, thank you so much. We appreciate you for your time, and if you download it, it's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we so most of us have had, or half of us, I guess, have had finals.
Yeah.
Final exam. It's I mean, we're coming up on the holidays. It's almost Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is only a couple weeks away. And if you're wondering, like where have our streams been? Because we've always talked about consistency not really existed.
Yeah, Christmas,
but
it's not even it is literally 2 weeks from today,
yeah.
from where we're
It's
recording, so.
literally like 3 of our guys are in university, so they've got finals, and then I have my job, and then Liam has his job, and Lucas has his world. I don't know what you really
Lucas has his world.
I don't really know. You do 90th minute and you work at your job, but
Lucas is just in his own parallel
world.
world.
It's not easy, like especially living in North America. It's kind of, I guess, harder to get people together for a stream in the morning because people are busy in the mornings and afternoons, like Champions League, for example, right?
Well, and it's I mean, bad weather we've had.
Yeah, that's true.
The roads were awful.
Oh, it was like an ice
not
rink.
that that's a completely excuse, but it's
And yeah, like obviously, when you have full-time jobs or full-time school and things like that, it's gonna get tougher to really get together. But we're here and we're ready to talk.
Let's talk football because obviously I like to talk about football. We'll get into other fun stuff later, but let's
Champions League.
Yeah, let's talk about the Champions League, Europa League as well. It finally wrapped
and the
up.
Conference League.
Oh, fucking hell, more leagues. I forgot that league almost existed.
Oh, by the time this podcast comes out, you'll probably know the group stage draw, which we don't know yet.
We don't know.
No yet. So, when is that? 13th?
Monday.
Yeah, so the 13th. Yeah.
When is it? You guys should stream it.
It's like 5 in the morning.
Oh, never mind. So, anyways, let's talk about the Champions League. I'll pull up the groups here that finished. Everything is settled, even the game between Atalanta and what's their name?
And Villarreal.
Yeah, there you go. Those guys. Losers.
Yeah, there was a huge snowstorm.
Yeah, screw them. I don't like them.
The Rune had to go skiing with Zapata.
Yeah, that game finished 3-2 Villarreal. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Villarreal went up 3-0, and Atalanta attempted to come back, but it wasn't enough.
So, if we take a look at the Champions League right now, Group A finished Man City, PSG, Leipzig, and Club Brugge. I think I predicted that one. If you guys check out our prediction videos, but we did a Champions League prediction video a while back.
I mean, people probably predicted PSG, but I want to say that was a lot of people's prediction.
Yeah.
We could react to that. I could just bring it up and just look at it.
Yeah, go ahead. Lucas is going to bring up the video and look at some of our predictions.
Oh, I'll have to speak it, but
we're not really surprised with Group A, City, PSG, Leipzig. I think
Leipzig down in the Europa League.
Course. I think I did say that City and PSG were going to be tied on points. So I was close.
It was close. I mean,
City on 12 points, PSG on 11. Group B, Liverpool, Atletico, FC Porto, and Milan. Milan, 4th place.
Yeah, the return to the Champions League was not an ideal one.
Yeah.
They did play well, and to be fair to them, they did suffer a lot of injuries, especially to their starting keeper.
Well, I mean, in a way, this is kind of like a good thing because then they can focus on the league. They're doing really good in the league, so
let
them focus on that, try and win it, right?
It's
kind of like Inter. Think of it like Inter.
Exactly, like last season.
Last season, Inter went out.
You think they'd be able to qualify for Europa, but to be fair, FC Porto was a good side, right? I'm pretty sure their manager has like one of the best winning percentages since Jose Mourinho. I know FC Wonderkid on TikTok mentioned something like it's a 76% win rate.
Porto's always just been a good team.
I mean, they play in a league where really the biggest challenges for the longest time have been Benfica until recently Sporting have come up. But yeah, I mean, he's a solid manager. He has multiple game plans, but he's also very a very annoying manager at times because he can annoy some people.
His name is Sergio Conceição.
Conceição, I believe.
Conceição. I butchered that. I'm sorry to our Portuguese listeners. I don't speak Portuguese. I'm Polish and English. And my Polish is brutal as well.
He doesn't even speak Polish, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a fraud.
So but for Group A, you guys, I wasn't at the prediction. Neither was Matt. But so it was City that finished first, right?
Yeah.
PSG, then Leipzig, then Bruges.
Yeah.
The only ones who got that right was Greg and Brett.
Oh.
Liam had PSG first. Wazzy had Bruges in third.
I thought Tejan Buchanan was gonna be on Bruges, but totally forgot he doesn't go till January. So I'm an idiot. As simple as that. But yeah,
I knew I had that right.
I don't know. I had faith in Bruges.
And then
Was it the same video where I got Red Bull Salzburg and Leipzig mixed up?
yes, it was.
That's and you were
Yeah,
off.
I was
that. You
good.
were
I
very
guess.
off.
I
I thought
guess.
you were actually drunk.
Oh Jesus! Well, I was not high. It's just it was a night.
But for Group B, your guys' predictions. So of course it's Liverpool first.
Yes.
Atletico second, Porto third, and Milan fourth.
I think I
Yeah.
put Liverpool second?
Yes.
To
Yeah,
be credit to Liverpool, they went 6-0 in their group, 17 goals,
Yeah,
4-6
they
against.
crushed it.
Really
Only
good.
Was had the faith to put Liverpool first.
Yes. I don't like you,
I
Liverpool.
see holds
That was
on
a
his neck.
Manchester United Cup. Oh my!
But
Okay.
none of you got it exactly right.
I mean, that was a tough group too.
Yeah, it was. Who do I have second?
You had Atletico Madrid, so you just had Milan in third and
I mean,
Porto in
yeah, I
fourth. So
thought-
you're close.
I think I had. What did I? I had Madrid, then Liverpool, then
Porto,
then Milan.
So
So
you got the
I
top
just
two
needed
mix.
to switch those two around. Yeah.
And
My
then
God.
Brad and Liam had Madrid, Liverpool, Milan, and Porto.
Yeah. Moving on to Group C. This one was tougher to predict, I think, but Ajax first, Sporting in second, Dortmund third.
This was a very interesting group, which I'm sure we all
Besiktas.
got wrong.
Besiktas with only 3 goals scored
And they went,
and no wins, 0-6.
no points.
Yeah, they came, they saw, and we said we lose.
Yeah, the biggest takeaway from this group is that Dortmund are in the Europa League.
And
which-
Ajax was fantastic. Honestly, they were
Yeah,
great.
credit to
those
them.
are two big talking points. Some people are saying this Ajax team is like team wise better than the one in 2019.
Yeah.
Maybe how they perform, maybe how balanced they are. Of course, there's still higher quality players like De Ligt, probably better than any of
Yeah.
the center backs on Ajax right now. De Jong is probably better than any midfielder on Ajax right now. But this team has shown they performed well. There was one match day where they destroyed Dortmund. Second match against Dortmund, I think Dortmund were a little unlucky with that red card. But
Well, Aller has been.
Yeah, he's got
killing it for
10
Ajax.
goals right now in the Champions League. He's got
It's
more than
crazy.
Lewandowski and Nkunku.
yeah. Is he the first player to? He might be the first player to get double-digit goals in the group stages ever.
Jesus.
It's
He's only had one
insane.
penalty as well.
Yeah.
So
it's very good by him.
Yeah. But for Dortmund, they had a lot of injuries. Like
mhm.
Marco Rosa has literally had.
Well, Haaland was basically out. He's been gone for a little bit now. He just came back.
Yeah, but Marco Rosa basically had no time whatsoever with the most ideal 11 because this team has been constantly injured. They've had to use many rotation options.
Mhm.
It hasn't been ideal for them. Malen started the season quite slowly.
Yeah.
He's now starting to pick it up, but so many injuries and
yeah, they had a
that's-
good last game. They destroyed Besiktas.
yeah. But
Well, I mean, the last match day really came down to goal differential for Dortmund as well, right?
But the thing is, even if they came back in goal differential, I don't think they would have got through because of
yeah, they lost to Sporting on the
Oh,
match
wow.
before that.
Okay, yeah.
so head to head.
And big up Sporting. We didn't even talk about them yet,
They've-
but like their manager, let me just get his name so I'm not so I'm just paying some
Honestly, it's
respect.
been a good tournament for Portuguese sides.
Oh yeah, for
So-
sure.
Well,
Well,
Porto go
yeah.
Europa League,
Yeah,
but we
but
know,
they still did well, I thought, well,
and it's
obviously.
very tough group to at
exactly.
least still actually get out of there.
Yeah, big shout out to Sporting's manager Ruben Amorim. He came to the club I think 2 seasons ago, halfway through his season. He was at Braga previously, and he was doing fantastic for Braga, having them do well in the Europa League. Comes to Sporting, won the league for
Yeah.
the first time in a long time for them last season. So
yeah. And then now is going to the round of 16 in the Champions League, which is crazy. It's not an easy task.
I remember this guy having a crappy gold card in FIFA. Ruben Amorim.
One player I think is definitely to keep an eye out, aside from Mahler on Ajax, is Anthony. He's really been starting to take Europe a little bit by storm. He's really one of those Brazilians that has just a lot of skill and technical ability. I know I kind of started talking about it recently, and it's like, oh, you just know him because of FIFA. But like, I remember I follow Ajax on Instagram, so I remember when they signed him, like, oh, this guy looks interesting. He's Brazilian, a Brazilian at Ajax. This could have potential. So I hope he has a good season going forward.
Of course, Sporting have a ton of great talent as well.
I'm sure we absolutely bottled this prediction.
You all had Dortmund first.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I don't blame you. Was Brett and Liam had Sporting in second, so they got that right. You had Ajax second, Greg, and Sporting in third. Everyone had Besiktas last.
So they had Sporting right, but I had Ajax actually higher up to where they were.
Maybe, unless you maybe watch Ajax very closely, maybe you would have known. Oh yeah, watch for Aller, who honestly 10 goals in the Champions League. Wasn't he at West Ham a couple of seasons ago?
Yeah, he was at West Ham. It just wasn't a right fit, and some West Ham fans say that he wasn't really. It just didn't seem like he was giving his all for the club.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Group D. In first place was Real Madrid, Inter in second, third Sheriff, and fourth Shakhtar Donetsk. Which I think, let's be honest, we all predicted Sheriff in fourth.
I'm just waiting for the ad.
I don't think Brett did.
Brett actually was probably onto something.
I think Brett. No, wait. Did Brett have him going to the Champions League? He might have had them going.
Oh my god.
He may have had.
But
them
anyways,
going on.
yeah, sure.
Oh, go on.
Sharif, they find themselves into the Europa League, which hopefully they do well.
Of course, it is different now. Yeah. They have like a playoff to do against.
But I don't think anyone was surprised with the top two of Real Madrid and Inter going. Inter at least finding a way into the round of 16 after last year's disappointing run.
And then, but yeah, I got a shout out Sheriff though, defeating Real Madrid.
Exactly.
That's like the game that really got them in. Like, I mean, they were comfortable, but as soon when they won that game, that gave them the motivation, the confidence to actually.
They finished with 7 points in their group. I thought Donetsk was going to do a bit better because I always hear a little bit of hype around Ukrainian teams. So
yeah, and I mean, obviously have to congratulate Inter finally getting out of their Champions League group. We've seen them under different managers, including Antonio Conte, who he's a manager who hasn't really had much success in the Champions League, and he did end up winning the league with Inter, but couldn't really do much in Europe. Did make a Europa League final and lost it, but new manager comes in, Simone Inzaghi, and first time attempt at the Champions League with his new club, and he gets out of his group.
Well, I mean, they won the league last year, and let's see what they can do in the Champions League now. I mean, it's going to be they're going to probably get a very good team, so we'll see what they can do.
But out of your guys' predictions, you had Shakhtar second.
I had a lot of faith in Ukrainians. It clearly did not. I was on the sauce.
And Brett got it perfect. Liam had Inter third. He had Shakhtar second as well. And
I probably just had
you had Sheriff last, Greg, and Shakhtar third.
I feel bad, but
I mean,
Brett was a genius with Sheriff in third, though, at least. And
but now, Group F,
the group that I was obviously looking forward to as a United supporter. It finished. Man United first.
You skipped the group.
Oh, I did. Oh, I'm sorry. Group E. Oh, the fun group.
Oh, sorry, because Brett on the video wrote Group F here.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Anyways, in Group E, we had Bayern first, no surprise, 6-0, 22 goals for, 3 against. Jesus.
Yeah.
Benfica in second. The Portuguese sides once again find a way into the round of 16.
Well, not once again. That doesn't happen often, really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was saying because Sporting and now Benfica, so that's 2.
Usually Porto is like
Usually Porto's always the team that gets into the round.
Well, they did last year and they knocked out Juventus, which was beautiful scenes. I loved it. Anyways, third Europa League for Barcelona. Enjoy it, boys. I know I have. Time for your chat.
I don't think you did enjoy it.
No, 1 year with Zlatan.
Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Last year, you probably it hurt even more when you lost.
Yeah, that was. I didn't even want to be in it. I was like, "Fuck this." But let's just talk about that real quick. Barcelona in the Europa League. A lot of people saying that this is justice for Barcelona because of some, especially Chelsea supporters back in the early 2010s, 2009, around when Drogba, the corruption and all that fun stuff. So, Lucas? What do you think of Barcelona Europa League?
Well, that statement, they're justice.
Yeah,
I mean, there's justice for other things like being crap.
I mean, they got smacked by Bayern.
Justice for being crap. Justice for not signing back Messi.
They scored 2 goals in the group. You know how bad that is?
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
They scored 2 goals.
Barcelona scored 2 goals in the group. Oh my god, they scored 2 goals and conceded 9.
You know how unbelievably bad that is?
That's terrible.
For a club with the stature of Barcelona.
That's awful.
That's
they got smacked by Bayern twice in that group, and they I don't know.
I mean, Benfica, big congratulations to them. Yeah. They won the matches they needed to. They probably could have. No, I know that last game between Barca and Benfica, both clubs had chances to score, but Benfica, Seferovic had the chance to just put Barcelona to the Europa League early.
Right away, but he just didn't do it.
But they got the job done in the end, and we probably won't expect them to make a Champions League final, but if they do, we'll bring up the curse. But yeah, you guys all. Oh yeah, sorry. You guys all had Bayern first, Barca second.
You know what's funny? Sorry. Barca had 2 goals scored, but they still had 2 wins.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. But all of you had Benfica third except for Waz, who had Dynamo Kiev. And all of you had Dynamo Kiev except for Waz, who had Benfica last. Yeah. But yeah, what happens with Barcelona in the Europa League? I don't know. I think it's a good opportunity for some of these youngsters to continue getting more opportunities.
It's true.
Those players like Xavi believes can play the Barcelona way.
Go ahead, Greg.
I was just saying, like, Barca have to go on and say, well, we need to at least go on and win the Europa League now.
So Xavi only had, 1 Champions League game with Barca since becoming manager, I think? And that was a Bayern game?
No, I'm pretty sure he played the Benfica one.
Interesting.
I'm 100% sure he played the Benfica one.
He did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so... but who would have thought 10 years ago when Barcelona lifted up their treble Champions League win in 2011? Was it? Pretty sure it was a treble.
Yes.
Who would have thought they'd be playing in the second competition of UEFA 10 years later? Or I guess 11 happens.
Not many people,
Probably
especially thinking Messi would still be there kind of thing, but of course he's not.
Especially after that, winning the treble in 2015 with the MSN, it's Barca just has had a downfall. A lot of people kind of started to predict this a little bit later in the couple, like people were saying, oh, once Messi leaves, this team is going to be nothing, and it's showing a little bit, but they do have a promising future.
They do have promise, but they also, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work.
I mean, and if we talk about going back to me saying they need to win the Europa League, they're in 8th in La Liga right now, which is not very good for them. If they want Champions League football, winning the Europa League might be their best chance of getting it.
They're 6 points behind Atletico Madrid in 4th. They are not 14, worse than that. Yeah. It's 16 points behind Real Madrid.
That's sad.
They're closer to the relegation zone, I'm fairly certain, than to Real Madrid. Yeah, by 1 point.
Hopefully, Xavi can restore this club to what it used to be.
Yeah,
because that's what a lot of Barca fans are hoping, that Xavi brings them back to where they should be, that Barcelona standard that we're kind of used to knowing. So
of course, Bayern, and then Bayern stomped the group. They're of course their favorite to win the Champions League. But we move on to the next
group F.
Now your group.
We won the group. We didn't bottle it. Man United first, with 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Villarreal in second. Atalanta third. Young Boys fourth. Credit to Young Boys. You guys had a good run. You obviously beat us.
It was a tough group
because of Jesse Lingard. But anyways, yeah, it's interesting how this group ended because we won the group, but Solskjaer is no longer at the wheel. I didn't expect him to get sacked this early, but it happened.
And good for you guys. You guys all got it right.
Yes! I'm just happy we got through the group. I get to see Champions League football that matters.
Actually, I mean, you guys getting first is also very important because you can have a better chance at coming up against.
Well, we could go up against Inter, Atletico, PSG. So some pretty big teams.
What do you think of Ragnick so far?
I've liked him so far. I just think it's gonna take a little bit of time for the players to get used to his system.
Were you guys good today? Did you watch the game?
I watched it. We were okay. We didn't create enough big chances. Even the commentators were saying that United didn't really do enough against Norwich. They got the 1-0 victory, but it wasn't the best of victories. Yeah, it was a good penalty by Ronaldo, but I think it was Owen Hargreaves saying it's gonna take time for the United players to get used to the style of football that Ragnick wants to play. And everything that's just the club's changing a bit, right? So it's just going to take time for players to get adjusted. But I've liked what I've seen with the terms of the play style, going forward and pressing, and you can tell there's a real style to the play now.
Yeah.
So, and I really like what he did against Young Boys, where yes, it was a 1-1 draw, but he used some of our younger players like Zidane Iqbal.
It didn't matter. The game didn't matter.
Exactly. Ahmad Diallo got some time. It was nice to see him rotate.
Yeah, like Liverpool didn't really rotate as much as they should have for you guys being 5-0. The fact that Liverpool still was playing Salah and Mane, it was just like, what is going on?
Salah and Mane are going to the African Cup of Nations. We need to see them as much as we can.
I guess, yeah. And what I like about Rangnick though, every time he has a press conference, is that he's actually speaking football. He's actually like making good points about players. Like I think there was an interview with saying, "What do you think between who's a better player, Haaland or Greenwood?" And he just kind of differentiated both players and what they're good at. And it's like you can't really compare them. This and like Ole would have just said, "Oh, they're good lads." While like Rangnick does like an actual full-on breakdown of the play or the player, and it's great to hear. Should we move on?
Yeah, it's Atalanta, of course, going down to Europa League. So I mean, see what they can do there. But good for Villarreal winning the Europa League and making it out of the group, going on round 16 of the Champions League.
Group G. This is a very interesting group. We kind of called it the Europa League group but I'm impressed because Lille ended up in first, Salzburg second, Sevilla third, Wolfsburg fourth.
I remember I put Wolfsburg in fourth in this group, and everyone around me was just like, You're dumb. You're dumb for this.
Because they started the season really well.
I know.
But then, funnily enough, they ended up sacking their manager a couple months later, and now, currently, as of December 11th, they have lost 5 matches in all competitions in a row.
Yep.
As they lost to Stuttgart today 2-0. It should have been 3-0, but Stuttgart decided to take a penalty and Panenka it off the crossbar.
Interesting.
But speaking of this group, none of you got this perfect.
No.
Only Greg and Liam got something right with the top 2.
Okay.
As they both had Salzburg in second.
Yeah.
Waz, you had Sevilla, Lille, then Wolfsburg, then Salzburg. Greg had Sevilla, Salzburg, Lille, then Wolfsburg. That was the same with Liam. And Brett had Wolfsburg first, Sevilla second, Salzburg third, and Lille fourth.
Well, let's not forget, Waz was actually trying to say there was 2 teams in second place this time.
I'm just happy Lille got to the next round. Okay, we got 2 Canadians in the round of 16 of the Champions League for the first time ever in Alphonso Davies and Jonathan David, which is awesome. Jonathan David, obviously, he's doing really well for Lille, even though they've been poor in the league.
You know what's funny? You're actually talking about that. I would not be surprised if it's Bayern Munich against Lille in the first round.
That'd be so sick. The Canadian derby.
I wouldn't
That'd
be
wild.
Actually,
Let's do it, boys. Jonathan David versus Alphonso Davies. Dun 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 dun.
It's actually something that could happen. And of course, the groups would be out, or the next day, the round of 16 will be out by the time this podcast is out. But you never know.
But yeah, interesting group. I'm happy Lille, like I said, went through because not only they're not performing well in the league,
and I think Sevilla will be a little disappointed for them.
Everyone, it's like Sevilla back where we belong
to the Europa League. I think they'll be pretty disappointed, but
of course.
There's a lot, and it keeps going on. There's a lot of quality in the Europa League this year.
Yeah, it seems so.
I mean, if you consider Barcelona quality and everything, but
jeez, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, but they're 8th in the La Liga, and they're in the Europa League. So
let's go on the Group H, where Juventus topped the group, Chelsea second, Zenit, and Malmo. So I'm glad, one thing, that United cannot go up against Chelsea, I'm pretty sure, because they're same country, or can they?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so basically, in the round of 16, a team cannot go up against a team from the same country, or, a first-place team can't go up against a first-place team.
Oh, yeah, or someone in your own group.
Yes.
And, of course...
speaking of that, though, that means, like, Chelsea, it doesn't have that many teams that they can go up against, because they can't go up against United, they can't go up against City, they can't go up against Liverpool. Yeah. So there's only, like, a couple teams that they have the group to go against.
Real Madrid. That what happened? Comment down below. But you guys got this group pretty wrong.
I think we all picked Chelsea.
Yeah, tell me.
I mean, I don't blame you guys for picking
Chelsea blew it.
I think
Chelsea really blew it.
I think Brett said something stupid about Chelsea. No offense, Brett.
He still put them in first.
Never mind.
But Juventus you all put Juventus second. All of you put Zenit in third, except for Liam, who put Malmo. And then, all of you put Malmo in fourth, except for Liam, who put Zenit. And yeah, that last match, Chelsea kind of rotated their squad quite a bit. Saul actually played.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And was bad
Yep.
from what I heard. And Chelsea were bad from
Yep.
what I heard.
Chelsea's just been pretty. I don't know what to say. Like, they're still winning games. They're still doing good in the Premier League, but they're just something seems off right now. Since like we were talking about them like a month ago now.
I mean, they were getting tight victory. Well,
they have injuries too.
Yeah, injuries of course to Kovacic, Conte, Jorginho was playing with a bad back today apparently. Right now they're having contract issues with Rudiger. And Christensen. They don't know if they're gonna re-sign or not. Aspilicueta might leave at the end of the season. I mean, goal scoring. Timo Werner keeps missing. Lukaku isn't really playing that much right now. Havertz hasn't really been playing well from what I understand. So really, it just hasn't been working out for them recently. Every year Chelsea always have a bad winter time, whether that's due to injuries or just form in general. They always just were around this time of year.
When Frank got sacked and Thomas came in, so
we'll see what happens. Chelsea are still in the title race though.
Yeah.
For the Premier League,
and they still made it out of the group, which I mean, they're gonna have a tough game. Like you said, Real Madrid, Chelsea. That's a very likely possibility of happening.
So I'm sorry, Greg. Jeez, I just had a brain fart. I think before we move on, I'm gonna do a simulator here. I brought up the Champions League draw simulator for the round of 16.
I like it. Okay.
So interesting about this little app, it has old Man City's old badge. And here's the thing: you're just speaking with Chelsea. That's what I want to say. So Chelsea can go up against either Lille, Juve, Bayern, or Ajax.
They can't go up against Juve.
Nope. So their options are Lille, Juve, or Bayern. So it's Chelsea versus Bayern in the round.
Real Madrid.
This is bullshit.
Wait, what'd you say? Did you say Juve again? They can't go against Juventus.
I don't think this has been updated. This is bullshit. Oh. Oh, okay. This is all right.
Fraud app.
Yeah, it's not even an app. It's okay. You guys keep talking.
Get off that site. I saw the sun.
No, because I'm on the sun, but also I wonder.
Get off there.
You don't want to be on there. No, but Chelsea's moving on, and I mean, I can tell you who they can actually go and tell you who they can actually play against. But let's see if they can recover. Of course, they won the Champions League last year, and let's see what they can do.
Found it was.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
But no, that's the groups. That's predicting the groups.
So Chelsea will only be able to come up against Ajax, Real Madrid, Bayern, or Lille. Those are the only teams. And I mean, Bayern is Bayern. No one wants to come up against Bayern Munich in the round of 16. Real Madrid's playing really good, actually. They're a tough team to beat, except Sharif can beat them apparently. They probably want Lille. And
fair enough.
I mean, that's probably the team you'd want, but Lille's a good squad and they're a good team, and see what they can do. Of course, like we said, you guys know what happened. We don't at the time, so.
Wow, so I can't find a simulator. This is ridiculous.
I might have found it. Boom.
There you go. Lucas is...
Okay, good.
All right. So, we'll compare this to what the actual draw is. First matchup. Salzburg versus Man City.
Okay, well, I'm not surprised.
I mean,
that would probably happen.
Chelsea versus Ajax.
That'd be fun to watch. Ten Hag versus Tuchel.
Benfica versus Juventus.
Juventus getting knocked out by another Portuguese team.
We got Inter versus Bayern.
Repeat of 2010.
Woo. Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
Versus Lille.
I don't want to play Atletico.
Villarreal versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
A rematch of the semifinals of the 2018? No, 17 Europa League final? I think so. Maybe 18. Anyways. Sporting versus United, and PSG versus Real Madrid.
PSG versus Real Madrid.
Sporting versus United would be sick because Bruno and Ronaldo versus Sporting.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that compares to what happens in real life.
Where's Arsenal? I had to. Is that a dead joke?
I mean,
if we're gonna talk about Arsenal, we should probably talk about Tottenham because Tottenham's probably getting knocked out of the Conference League.
basically they are.
Yeah, they had to forfeit basically their game.
Yeah, and
Was not confirmed at the time. It's not confirmed yet, but
I can read out what was said.
Go ahead. Yeah, what happened?
have you not heard about this?
No.
Yeah, here, Lucas.
Okay, so basically Spurs have had a COVID outbreak, and I shouldn't laugh at that, but they are basically.
Well, they had their game on
Against Brighton postponed. I saw that.
and then they also had their game against Burnley postponed because of the snow. So then, of course, the game against Rennes did get postponed. So now canceled.
Yeah. Because they literally have 20 players and staff that have COVID at least.
Oh wow.
And there's a bunch of people that have to isolate just in case, and I think they won't be training until Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. And so what happened is on Wednesday, Spurs said, I guess Rennes was asking, "Oh yeah, like is this game going to still happen?" And Spurs said, "Yeah, we're good to play." So then they flew to London, and as soon as they got to London, they said, "Oh yeah, we're not actually good to play. We're not playing this game." So then Rennes was really pissed, and then all this happened, and now it got postponed at first, and now it's getting canceled.
Yeah.
So Spurs are going to lose 3-0, and they're going to get knocked out of the Conference League.
Here's what
what's going to happen.
Here's what the official update was. UEFA says that Tottenham COVID postponed Europa League Europa Conference League game against Rennes is cancelled. According to UEFA rules, Antonio Conte's side face being declared 3-0 losers, ending their participation in the third-tier competition.
Which is, I bet Conte's like, oh, whatever. But at the same time, I don't know if they have that mentality, really. It's like...
it's not... As much as you should say Spurs should go on and win that competition, I think it gives them a chance just to focus on the league and the FA Cup, I guess. So
yeah, especially with a new manager and less games in between matches, so it gives them more time to actually train on actual tactics and how they're going to play.
And I don't think Spurs has the best depth either. So
no. But yeah.
So less games.
Just gonna quickly look over the Europa League as well here. Sorry, Rangers are through for our Scottish supporters. Lyon's through. Monaco and Sociedad. Spartak, Napoli. Leicester's out. Legia got knocked out.
Well, it's all different though because those teams aren't the second place teams aren't confirmed. They're gonna have to play the third place teams of the Champions League.
Okay,
that's how it works.
Yeah, right.
I think that's how it works.
It is.
But and Celtic got knocked out, of course.
Well, they'll go to the Conference League and they'll play. So it was something we were talking about. So they're gonna have to play the second place team in the Conference Leagues. So
which is now Vitesse.
I don't know if do you know if they're doing it like that, where it's just Group G plays the Group G, or if it's actually like a draw?
I'm pretty sure it's just a draw.
Okay,
that'd be really weird to do it like that.
So they'll probably do like a multiple draw, so like a playoff draw, and then like the what if team draw kind of thing.
Basically.
But what was I gonna bring up here as well? I want to talk about Mino Raiola.
Okay.
Because he's been talking his bullshit again. He was, I think it was, let me see here. He was talking about Haaland, a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I saw like just the little thing saying like the only English team.
He's like, Mino Raiola on Sport 1 on Haaland's future. We have been thinking for 2 years. We have clear ideas about where Erling should go, and of course we look at what the market has to offer. I wouldn't be a bad agent if I didn't. We can influence a player with the market, and then I'm trying to find what he said about United, because he basically insulted us again.
Well, he loves doing that.
Yeah, he said something like this about Paul Pogba. We have many offers for Pogba, including a contract extension proposal from United. We'll see what's best for him. Pogba to Bayern, impossible. They're not paying his kind of salary. Which, thank God.
Yeah, there was something about an interview with Raiola. He said De Ligt was very close to going to Bayern, but worked out in the end. Maybe it was Raiola who was the reason.
Yeah, he says, there's a great chance that Haaland will leave this summer. We will tell BVB what our idea is, but no decision on Erling Haaland's future will be made in the winter, maybe the summer after. We will see. And Guardiola is like, when asked about Haaland, he's like, Haaland? Next question. I'm not gonna answer. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Managers don't like talking about other players in the media unless they're going up against that certain player. They're not gonna talk transfers in the media. I know the media is trying to get something, but it's a very like
there's no reason.
Yeah,
but like I gotta say, I don't really see. I can picture Haaland at Manchester City.
Yeah, I can see him.
Can you, Lucas? Can you picture it? I picture it.
I don't. There's a picture frame in my head. It's blank right now.
I like what he said about.
You're not thinking about anything. Okay.
The thing is, though, there are rumors that Dortmund are going to try to hope that they can sign him to another year extension. Because really, it's the first year of the new coach. They probably want to have some continuity with this coach and at least have him for at least a season where they can actually play and have
Mino Raiola actually just put out this today, 8 hours ago. I want to clarify the following about my interview. The 4 clubs I mentioned about Haaland's future were just an example to say that. When he leaves, he'll go to one of the top 15 European clubs. Now Erling's focus is solely on football. There are no negotiations with any club, and I reaffirm what I said. It's not a sure thing that he will leave this summer. Maybe it will be in one after that. So he's basically saying, no, yeah.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. Like, Haaland is still young, and he's still making good money at Dortmund.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't feel like it's a good time to move just yet next summer, then he can wait. He does well in the Bundesliga. He gets to play in front of fans that he enjoys playing for. And Dortmund are consistently a Champions League team. I know they just dropped to the Europa League, but they do consistently finish in the top 4.
Yeah, of course they did just lose to Bayern in a close game, but
they drew Bochum today, so
yeah, but they're still, I think, in second, right? So
yeah, I mean, like I said, injuries just haven't helped them at all this season. Like,
go on and win the Europa League. And it goes back to the amount of quality in the Europa League there is right now.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not as injured as
so supposedly Mino Raiola said, do you actually know that we almost brought De Ligt to Munich from Matthias to FC Bayern? We were in very good talks. It was a serious possibility. Could you imagine that?
I mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He literally.
I sometimes space out and just focus on one thing.
We're aware. Don't worry. But yeah, he just said that.
But like even with Dortmund too, like Mats Hummels, he's been making a lot of mistakes in the games this season, and
we got a red card in the Champions League.
That one I don't count that one. That was bull crap. But like against Bayern, he was in a crucial game against Bayern. He pretty much costed Dortmund 3 points. And like I mean, we're looking at Dortmund's lineup today. Like, I mean, Marius Wolf. This guy's starting a game, and Marius Wolf. I'm sorry, he's an average Bundesliga player. He shouldn't be starting or being even a rotation option for Dortmund, in my opinion. Like Schultz is having to start games because Guerrero has been injured. Schultz has not been shown he's not good enough to play for our top club in Germany. I mean, he did find out Hoffenheim, but maybe that was more so to do with Nagelmann's system, maybe. And Zagadou starting, it's usually Akanji. Dortmund really needs some better defenders as well.
Oh, yeah, they've always needed better defenders, I think.
But they're trying to get Adeyemi, the man from Salzburg.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad. I've heard of good things about him.
They're willing to offer 35 million euros. Supposedly they've agreed contract with him. But Salzburg, supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not.
Yeah.
They put their foot down and said they want like 50, 60 million. So they're pulling a Dortmund on Dortmund.
Yeah. Sorry. I found what Raiola said about Haaland and kind of United. So Erling Haaland, this is what Mino Raiola said about Haaland. Erling Haaland will take the next step. Bayern, Real, Barca, Man City. These are big clubs he can join. Man City won the Premier League 5 times, significantly more than Man United. When we moved to BOB, we all knew that the next step was coming. So basically taking a shot at United. But he's not wrong. We haven't really been successful in the last couple of years compared to Man City. I just feel like he likes to take digs at United.
You're also a little, it's easy, well, reasons like this. United fans like you, get triggered by his comments, and it gets more attention.
Yeah, you got a point. And again, it's whatever. I think it was Brett. He was mentioning how Haaland might go to United because Haaland has good relationships with not Leipzig, but also Red Bull, the whole Red Bull connection.
Well, Ragnick brought him to the club.
Yeah,
but like He was at Salzburg for like what 2 years?
Yeah. So and plus I've heard Rangnick does also not like Mino Raiola, so I don't know. What else was I gonna mention? Transfer rumors. Also, yeah, Anthony Martial requested to leave. That's official.
After there's the point where he was sick for you guys.
Yeah.
And then after that season finished, just what happened?
I don't know. It's tough to say. He played pretty well when football came back during COVID. He played well when it was basically, no fans in the stadiums in that brief period, and from like I think May. I don't know. He was playing very well, and then I don't know. It seems like every time. I saw this tweet. It was from Bleacher Report. Happy birthday, Anthony Martial, and he's scoring the goal against Liverpool. And some guy commented, "This is his only highlight. This is the only." He scored some nice goals in the past prior to other teams. Honestly, I can't think of any others.
I mean, it's just like one iconic moment, and there hasn't really been too many iconic moments for Manchester United in last handful
So
of years.
he'll be gone in January most likely. And
So you're saying with Dortmund?
What? That annoyed me, man.
Sorry.
I was literally making a point. You're like, anyways.
Newcastle though, Anthony Martial, Newcastle.
I wouldn't. Why not? Maybe go back to France if someone could afford him, but maybe Germany. I can see him doing well in Germany.
It just. He obviously has the talent to do well.
Yeah.
It's just, does he have like the
drive?
Like I remember Matt saying he was like very nonchalant.
Mm-hmm.
Martial, and that's why he pisses him off so much.
I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
just looks like a guy who just never cares.
Kind of his body language. Basically.
Which is something Origi gets, but Martial obviously has a lot more talent than Origi.
Well, I'm going to bring up hockey, the NHL. Like, Leon Draisaitl, one of the best scorers in the league right now. But a lot of people kind of give him crap. Like, he looks lazy at times. He doesn't, because of his body language on the ice, And that's, I think. One player I want to ask you, Lucas, about is Dusan Vlahovic.
Yes.
He's been gaining a lot of attention recently.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch a lot of, barely any Serie A because it's kind of been a mess with it in Canada. But I have heard a lot about him. There was a stat, I think 21st century, most goals in a calendar year from players. Right now, I think he is second.
Oh, wow.
In that 21st century. First is Ronaldo with like 32 or 33. Second is Vlahovic with 30 or 31, and third is Luca Toni with 30. So he has been incredible this year. And
how old is he?
He's only like 21, 22.
Jeez.
He's a young striker.
Yeah.
Supposedly he is a very hard worker, absorbs information and learns like a sponge, and has the talent to go with it. So really, he always talks about him, like he talks about Haaland a lot. And he's like, I'm like Haaland. I work hard. I'm good, just as good as Haaland, and like, guy really believes in himself.
Nice.
Obviously, a very good goal scorer. You just have to look at the numbers, really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't really talk about how he really plays because I want to watch Serie A because it's so entertaining this year. So many good matches, but I just haven't been able.
Also, congratulations to Samuel Eto'o. He is officially the president of the Cameroonian FA. So congratulations, Samuel. You did well. You get my vote.
Will it be corrupt still?
Probably. But is there anything else to talk about? I think there was something I was going to mention, but I can't remember.
Do you want to talk about anything else other than football now, or
I don't know.
If we run out of things to speak about, I'm good to mention something.
Yeah, go for it.
So, in Canada, snow falls.
Yeah.
Icy roads occur.
Yeah.
And I had a situation last Friday.
Okay.
No, was it last? No, it wasn't last Friday.
What happened now? Something that we don't know?
No, you guys definitely know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But there was a situation last week where, well, first off, I was driving home from the gym. I ended up turning to a place by my house.
Yeah.
And as I turn, my car slides and does a full 360. Luckily, no cars around me.
Lucas is just showing off now.
But then I drive all these guys home, including Matt.
Yeah.
And with
I remember. Yes.
Yes.
I was just driving normally, and I go across this patch.
This was the same day, wasn't it?
Yes, this was the same day. And I was just driving normally, and our car reverses, hits a snowbank, It gets stuck. Matt has to push the car out.
Mm-hmm.
These two don't help him out at all while I
No.
click the gas.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna get out, but like right then. But then you started going, and then if you didn't get it, I would have got out. But yeah.
So yeah, and then I ended up having to get winter tires because I only had winter tires on the front.
Yeah,
And
that's not very smart.
all I had.
Well, that's not very smart. Should have had winter tires earlier. I know you just got them today or yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday. It was a couple days ago.
Fine. Whatever.
Yeah. But getting those winter tires, we go to this place somewhere. I think in the north side, like maybe by West Edmonton Mall or something.
Yep.
And we go in because we can get a good deal there. Go in. Smells like cigarettes.
Of course.
And we get this information out, get the stuff out. We have to wait. I'm there, waiting a while, and then I decide, okay, I have a bunch of articles on my phone that I need to read through.
Yep.
And I read through so many articles. I just I'm tired of reading. I'm not reading through anymore.
Yep.
We wait for like 2 hours ish.
Yep.
And we finally get the car. So that was during the same day where Waz was like asking me if I could do things.
Oh yeah.
No, I can't. I literally can't.
Jeez.
And yeah, we finally got the car. We go back in the car. As like we walked into the shop, smelled like cigarettes.
Life with Lucas.
I thought there was gonna be like something else to this story, and it kind of didn't happen.
Oh, it's okay. I found
you were hoping for a plot twist.
I thought like something else was actually gonna happen.
Bring up the something about the Balon d'Or. We're not gonna go into like who deserved it, but I found the votes kind of weird because someone released the reporters who voted for the Balon d'Or, or each nation that voted. The guy from Zimbabwe, clear Chelsea supporter. His first was Jorginho, second was Ronaldo, third was Conte, fourth was Messi, fifth was Lewandowski. I just find these hilarious. There's a few others that were kind of weird. The guy from Macau. I just recently learned that Macau is a country. I think I'm mispronouncing that. At Hong Kong. I searched that up. Anyways, the guy from Macau, he voted, I think he's a United supporter. First was Ronaldo. Second, Lewandowski. Third was Bruno. Fourth was De Bruyne. Fifth was Messi. And then the interesting one I found was actually Brazil.
He voted for De Bruyne.
Yeah, he voted.
As a United, if you're saying he's a
No. Because you can just tell he's anti-Messi, the Brazilian guy. He voted De Bruyne, Jorginho, Mbappe, Lukaku, and Neymar.
Supposedly, from what I heard about this Brazilian journalist,
he
apparently just stopped caring about paying attention to football since the 7-1 Brazil.
I wouldn't be surprised because the guy from Canada, I've never heard of him. He voted for Messi, Lewandowski, pretty normal. The guy from Cameroon put Donnarumma on fourth, so nice. But yeah, it just kind of shows a lot how the Ballon d'Or is sometimes a load of shit.
Yeah, like there's quite a few places where they have Messi in the top 5, but they don't put Lewandowski in the top 5, and then vice versa. Which
I feel they don't get people who actually watch football to vote for this award, and it's like this is the most prestigious individual award in football. What the fuck? But
yeah.
Anything else to talk about?
Do you have any topics, you guys?
I
brought a story that ended up bringing nothing at the end.
No, it's okay.
I thought it was like there was like a punchline at the end. You were like, "Oh yeah, I finished my article," and I was like, "Oh, so something's gonna happen," but it's like, "No, we got the car," and I was like, "Wait, what?" That was me. I don't know.
Look,
that's how I thought of it.
How I tell stories, it makes it seem like there's something happening at the end.
Literally, and then it was just like, "Nope, we got my car." And
half the time,
it's like, okay.
Half the time, it's just a normal ending. As life should
I think
be.
it's like 90% of the time.
I guess to wrap it up,
half.
I'll keep on the football. I did a TikTok at work. The hardest position in football. Quickly, what do you guys think is the hardest position in football?
Hardest position?
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. A lot of people thought that's like one of the easier ones.
Because
go ahead.
Okay, so you can go first. Yeah.
Tell me why do you think goalkeeper's the hardest position?
Goalkeeper was the first one that comes into my goalkeeper because the response as a professional, the response you get from social media and stuff. You do bad, the hate is immeasurable. It's terrible. And that's the same you could say about a striker that's not in good goal scoring form.
Yeah.
If you're not in good form, terrible. While the other positions, you get memed a bit, but I don't think it's as severe as goalkeeper or striker, which is why I say it's the toughest. Physically wise, I would say like maybe a midfielder
Like
or
central
midfielder
yeah.
or a wing back would be like for that, like the toughest like that, but like, or not the toughest, the like the hardest or like the
especially a
most
modern
working.
Fullback.
But like but I kind of agree with Lucas. I would say goalkeeper or like center back. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, expectations wise, it's strikers also.
Yeah.
Like you have to say striker because you're expected to score goals. You win football matches by scoring goals.
I would say like maybe a box-to-box midfielder is probably like the most physically demanding. You need so much stamina. Not only that, but you also have to be extremely sharp. You have to know understand your surroundings. You have so many players around you, right? You're kind of stuck on them.
Every position is difficult in its own way. It's just
It's just
But I can't imagine. Like I remember all the times like I'd have to play goalie or something just randomly.
Nobody
and it was
likes
like
to.
it would be. It's so difficult.
It's a position that many are very uncomfortable with if you're not used to playing goalie.
And it's just kind of the thing is like if you're a goalie, you're a goalie.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. And it's a fun position. Don't get me wrong. If you're good at it, it's you got the adrenaline pumping. You're making so many saves. My buddy from work said left back. I found that interesting because most left backs are actually right-footed, not left-footed. He said. What? Or he says because most players are typically right-footed, not left-footed.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, so it's hard to find a left-footed left back, I guess.
I mean, it's if the hardest position to find that is high quality is certainly left back because there's plenty of right backs that are pretty good quality, but left backs there are less than
there's definitely less
because left-footeds are less common than right-footers, but that makes sense in that sense. But in the way of actually playing the position, I wouldn't say it's the toughest. It's one of the toughest to find a good one.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'm Googling Alphonso Davies' footing.
He's left-footed.
There you go. That's why he works at left back.
You didn't know he was left-footed?
I was just double checking. You never know.
Well, if he's playing left,
okay, I get whatever, man. I don't want to be. No, don't. Okay.
You went to 2 games watching him. You could tell he's left-footed.
Let's just wrap this up. Anyways, thank you for everyone who tuned in, listened to this on wherever you are, whatever platforms. Thank you for tuning into the episode of the 90th Minute Podcast. Not the welcome back crap Liam was saying, because it's been like 2 months now. We can welcome back you for 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you so much. And see you next time.